The sliding filament theory is a formed muscle contraction when the actin and myosin filaments slide in and out from each other. A nerve impulse arrives at the neuromuscular junction, causing the release of acetylcholine. This causes a depolarization of the motor end plate, which causes calcium to be released into the sarcoplasmic reticulum. High amounts of calcium cause calcium to bind to troponin, causing a change in shape and moving tropomyosin from the active site of the actin. The myosin filament attaches to the actin, forming a cross bridge. You can see this down here when you see the calcium arriving and binding on. And then up here you can see the steps in which that occurs.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie Sweeney, and I'm going to be explaining another step of the sliding filament theory. So, after the formation of the cross bridge, ATP is going to break down and create energy. This will enable our myosin to pull on the actin. So here we have our actin, and these myosin heads will attach. And they will pull in this direction, which will cause a shortening of the muscle. This whole process will occur along the entire length of every myofibril in the muscle cell.
Hi, my name is Sonia Williams, and I will be discussing the next step in the sliding filament theory. So in the last step, we had our actin and we had our myosin, and it was being pulled on. So in this next step, our myosin head is going to completely detach, and we will not have a cross bridge. So up here we have our actin, and then we have our myosin head is now completely detached, because now we have this new energy coming in. ATP is going to come in and bind with our myosin head. Our myosin head right now is low energy due to pulling on these constant acting fibers. So once it has detached from pulling, then what is going to happen is that this is all going to shift down. And then now these myosin heads, down here we have continuing acting. It goes all through our body. So now that these myosin heads have shifted and we have this new source of energy, our myosin heads are now going to shift down here, and they are going to attach to these new parts, and he's going to constantly do this step over and over again, where we will gain ATP. We will then cause this to detach, and we will slide down and move to our next actin. This is called the power stroke.
Hello, I'm Janae, and I will be explaining the last step of the sliding filament theory. This step is pretty simple. So if calcium is still present, the process explained previously will be repeated. So after your action potential, your calcium ions will close, and they will then be pumped right back into the sarcoplasmic reticulum. This will allow troponin to go back into its previous state. This will result in muscles to lengthen and then relax.